Hello everyone, and welcome back to my shop. Alright, welcome. This is about 49 Chevrolet pickup, and this is what it looks like without a windshield. This is actually part 3 and hopefully the final segment of the windshield replacement on this 49 Chevrolet. If you've seen my first two, the first episode or segment was where I showed how to take it out, the old one's out. The second one showed how I got the glass installed in the gasket and the rope installed in the gasket to get it ready to be put in. So this is part 3 where we're going to install this windshield. So stay tuned and let's get this thing installed. Here I'm wanting to show the repair job I had to do. If you refer back to the first 2 episodes, you can see where there were some rust through holes up in here and down in here. It wasn't enough to where I needed to replace any metal, but it was enough to where I needed to plug the holes. So what I did is I used some JB Weld to plug the holes, let it set for a couple days, and then I've got a coating first of rust reformer, and then a coating of flat black enamel. And ironically, this right here, it looks like it's gloss compared to the rest of the channel that I prepared and painted. But anyway, this is the repaired part. So I wanted to show that before I start putting the windshield in. There was nothing wrong with the actual pinch welds. It was just the channel right down here that's basically underneath the front cover, the part of the gasket or seal that actually covers the front and is the cosmetic trim. So anyway, let's get this windshield installed. Alright, I've got it set basically in. I got a screwdriver going through the middle to kind of keep the holes aligned. And what I'm going to do is reach in, pull the rope to get the cinch, to get the seal to pull over top the pinch weld of the frame, and just slowly work it away. You're going to have to push in and pull the rope out at the same time. So I'm going to start here on the hard side around the windshield, steering wheel, and we'll go from there. Also, I didn't show it, but I squirted another bunch of soapy water around the gasket and the rope. Then I also squirted down the pinch wheel. Alright, the next scenes you're going to see a little bit of difference in how I'm going about installing the windshields. Number one, you'll notice I did end up putting tape on the windshields to hold the gasket on. Yeah, I had problems with the gasket staying on. And number two, I added a couple more special tools, one of which, or two of which, are suction cup holders, like for glass or body work, and they between those and the tape, and one more thing, it made this install go 100% easier. All right, stay tuned. All right, he's in that side. Let's go to the other. Getting it started was the hard. Alright, here's a close-up of the gasket in. Trying to get around the steering wheel. Here we go. Alright, she's in. I'm going to pull them ropes out. And to do that, I'll cut one end and just pull it out. There we go. All right. Yes, I did end up taping it. I'll get right back to you. I'm going to take that tape off. All right. I won't bore you with putting all the trim pieces back on. But that's what's left to do, and that the windshield job is done. I'm going to show you a couple tools that I found to be necessary. Number one, 1/8 inch rope, nylon rope. When I did the 49 GMC, I used the 1/4 inch or 3/16. It's either 3/16, but I'm pretty sure it was 1/4 inch. I thought it was too big, so I went with the 1/8 inch, and I did more studying, and that's what one manufacturer recommends. So 1/8 inch rope, probably well enough to go all the way around, at least, I don't know, 12 feet. Suction cups. These were a game changer. That allow, if you're doing it one man, well, actually, even if you're doing it two man, this gives you a way to grasp the glass and either give it down pressure or up pressure or sideways pressure, whichever way you need to adjust it to get that rope pulled. All right, because getting that rope pulled out of there, and sometimes you're going to think you're going to be ripping the gasket, and I'm going to show you how that happens. So anyway, third special tool is this pick. I'll give you a close-up. You notice it's got a ball at the end. That's what you can go into after the fact, and if you have any parts of the lip folded in, inside or outside, you can get that started in there, and that'll pull it right out. And you can use it to dress up the outside and the inside around the pinch weld also. Very good. I've actually used this for other things besides a windshield. So, of course, I don't mind buying tools, but this does have more use than just doing a windshield. So anyway, and soapy water, and I even broke down and went with some silicone spray. I wanted it to be super slick. But I'm going to show you why I wanted it super slick. So before I close this out, I'm going to come clean to you. Alright, I'm coming clean. If you watched my part 2, you notice I decided I was going to use this gasket, windshield gasket. Don't use it. I don't know what I'm going to do about part 2 where I recommended it. But look what happened trying to pull that rope out. It ripped here. It ripped here. Ripped here. Big chunks. I mean, these chunks were so big that it could not even be covered. Alright? And that's on the inside part of the pinch weld. And here's another chunk ripped out here. I actually believe I did get the windshields installed. And, hit the camera. Any more? Let's see. Oh, right here. Look at that. Oh, man. Yep, I got them installed. And I stood back and looked at it and said, no, I can't live with that. So I broke down. And one comment I got from Rusted Junk Garage said he used soft seal. So I said, I'll check that out. And then I did more research, and shout out there, Steve. But I decided I'd go the route that was the most recommended, and that was to go with Stihl, S-T-E-E-L products. Right there, Stihl. All right. Now, when I did a side-by-side, they felt different. The Stihl gasket felt more stronger, felt more stout, thicker, and when I went to pull the rope in, not one bit of rip or tear like that, I can't even remember the name of it, that Sure Seal or something like that. But anyway, this costs 3 times what that cheaper gasket cost, and this is definitely a case where you'll get what you pay for. So with the cheaper gasket, when I did the 49, I had help. It wasn't one man, and the 2 of us got it in without any problem with that cheaper gasket. But I do remember that I complained about it. All right, now one man with those tools that I pointed out before, and this Stihl gasket right here, it went in just like it was supposed to, covering almost as good as the OEM did, and no flanges open at the top or bottom in the middle section. I mean, it's definitely a better product. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that part 2, because I can't go back and edit it now. I can only take it out of the public domain, or just leave it there and hope somebody comes to 3 and says, oh, I'm going to use Stihl product, because that's what I want you to do. Alright, but anyway, and it took me took 2 days to get this gasket in, and believe it or not, it came through Amazon. And like I say, the price was about 2/3 higher than the cheaper one, but you know, hopefully I won't leak, and hopefully it did go in 100% better. Again, I was able to get the windshields in with that other gasket, but I had so much of the rubber ripped out and torn that I couldn't live with it. It was unacceptable. Some of it could have been covered by the metal trim, but me knowing that it was ripped up like that, I just couldn't live with it. But anyway, so I hope you found this educational. Hope everything's going good with you and yours. Everything's going great here. Can't complain. Although my dog's complaining to go in. It's fixing to start storming. But it won't do me no good to complain, because there's nothing I can do about it. So, have a good one. Take care of that business, and I hope to see you around on the next one. See you. Hold your horses, Gracie Lou. it.